They're living in my heart and my sweet memory. Yeah!
Bravo.
Thank you. You're a very warm public. Thank you. I felt like a budding star of Hollywood, when I left the studios following my very first television show. And as I am walking on the Boulevard Saint-Michel, under a large maple tree, there is a striking older man walking alongside of me. He has the most peculiar mustache I've ever seen, curling up in abrupt points. He's smiling at me. Aha, he must have seen me on television. His long fur coat is open with an elegant negligence over an expensive wool suit, and his silk handkerchief is peeping out of his pocket. His shoes are glossy. His hands are covered with very fine leather gloves. Next to him, close to the curb, a Bentley is following his footsteps, driven by an attentive, uniformed chauffeur. The funny little man keeps winking at me from the corner of his eyes. I just ignore him and turn my head away. Voila. But now he's stepping closer. He announces victoriously, "I just saw you on TV." I'm thinking, big deal. So did the rest of the country. Did you really lose your country, young lady? Or is this just a publicity stunt? Come on, you can tell me the truth. And how come you speak perfect French with no accent? Any explanation for that, my dear? I am really starting to dislike this arrogant man. How dare he doubt me? And those cute little pigtails, are they real? He slips off his right glove and playfully pulls on my hair. You look so vulnerable on TV, and your sad song was as touching as the death of a swan. But you are also pretty. He steps in front of me and stops me. Yes, very pretty indeed, he whispers. Oh, don't move, he orders. Hold this expression. I like you distant and melancholic, like this, and tracing the contour of my face with his glove, holding it just like a paintbrush. The soft touch of the leather makes my skin tingle and sends chills to my spine. There is a strange glow in his eyes, like a master at work. I'd like to paint you, he says with a theatrical gesture that gives him a godlike appearance. You'd be my Madonna, a sensuous Madonna, mind you, without any clothes on, just a long shawl wrapping around your body, like a snake nestling its head between your small little breasts. They're small, aren't they? This is more than I can bear. This man, who easily could be my father, is rude, shocking, and disrespectful. Whom does he think he's talking to? I am the daughter of an eminent law professor, mind you, and I am on my way to become a star. Now, next week I have 5,000 posters pasted all over the billboards in Paris. So who is this little vermin to treat me like this? By now there is a crowd around us, probably all my fans. How can his past humiliate me in front of them? I am furious. Aha, I see you're blushing. Good, good. So you're not a fake after all. I'm sorry, but I have to go. Goodbye. But he grabs me. Don't go yet, he pleads. Listen, I am having a party at my hotel Saturday night. Come along and sing for us. Going to his hotel? Are you kidding? The pushy little guy is now handing me a piece of paper he tore off from an envelope in his pocket and jotting down Hotel Maurice, Saturday night, 8 o'clock. And he's signing it with a fancy curving gesture that he finishes up in the air with elegant circles like a ballet dancer before ceremoniously handing it to me. I'll introduce you to my wife, Gala, he whispers. He tries to appear harmless while his eyes are glued on my lips. Don't be late. His expression changed again abruptly, and he whispers to my ear, "Oh, baby, you look so innocent, but you've got such sinful lips." And he pulls me closer. "Can I kiss you goodbye?" he asks, but he doesn't wait for an answer. He's pressing his thin lips over mine, his enormous silhouette overshadowing me, dark like the spread wings of a victorious vulture. Helpless, I am pinned down. I am shocked, surprised, and angry. His mustache is hard as a claw, and it hurts as he's pressing himself forcefully against my body. Yet his fur coat feels soft, animal-like, and I must close my eyes, for the aroma of his perfume is spinning my head a little. How appalling! His lips sucks mine into his mouth like a vacuum cleaner, licking them and wetting them like an octopus, and then, oh my God, his sharp-pointed tongue is forcing open my mouth, invading my inner cavity, turning and swirling and probing to my tonsils like a giant dragon wagging its tail. The tongue is huge, alive, and crawling all over inside my mouth. I want to cough it out, chew it out, and spit it out. I am gagging on it. That tongue is frightening and like a horrible nightmare, and I want to wake up. Finally, he's retrieving with a triumphing smile, like a victorious gladiator who just conquered the enemy or killed the beast. He gives me a last wink and disappears through the crowd into his chauffeur-driven Bentley. And the crowd is now cheering, applauding and whistling while I want to die. I wipe off my wet lips from this man's disgusting saliva and run to the first washroom to rinse out my mouth. Yuck! I never had a French kiss before, but God, this was disgusting. A blonde girl followed me to the washroom. Oh, that kiss. I'd do anything to be kissed by Salvador Dali. Salvador Dali. And the next day, I opened the newspapers, and the party I missed at the Hotel Maurice was pasted all over the pages, Salvador Dali with his white gala. I guess it would have been safe for me to go after all. But I was terrified to be attacked once again by his crazy Don Quixote fighting windmills with his pointed mustache. That was my first kiss, signed Salvador Dali. Well, that's the end of the first part, and I am wondering, you guys want to go on, or do you need to take a 5?